So Russell Westbrook has done what I did not think he was going to do voluntarily, but he has asked the front office to come off of the bench, and that will actually be honored. And for the Clippers, Terrence Mann will be inserted into the starting lineup tonight in exchange for Russell Westbrook. Man, I have a lot of opinions about this because this was a very honorable decision by Russell Westbrook. Now, all jokes aside, I am a Lakers fan, so I do make quite a few Russell Westbrook jokes about his time as a Laker. But Russell Westbrook has always been a stand-up guy. He has always been a man of his word, and quite frankly, he is a good human being in general, right? He's a good player. You will love to have him on your team. He just did not fit what the Lakers had at that time, already having a LeBron James that was ball dominant. He just wasn't a fit with the Lakers. However, his time with the Clippers has been pretty much the opposite, right? Yes, he's still not giving you, 25 points a game, but he's giving you a solid 13 to 15 points per night. He's giving you those rebounds. He's giving you those assists. And most importantly, he is playing his role, and he is okay about it. We know he could still go off and have those games where he can drop 30, especially if there's an injury to a Kawhi or a Paul George. We've seen it in the playoffs just last year, right? He definitely stepped up in that environment without those two guys. But with the three, he was playing really well this season, especially before they made that trade for James Harden. Now, once they got James Harden, things pretty much went left. And they have not been playing good. And the offense has looked like they have no idea as to what to do and how to figure things out. We kind of seen them trying to go with groupings, and we seen more of Paul George and Russell Westbrook and more of Kawhi Leonard with James Harden. You would have expected it to be the opposite of the way around, but you also have to remember that Paul George and Russell Westbrook do have that chemistry from back when they played with OKC together. So it kind of makes sense there to that standpoint, and they played well even in their groupings. But with that said, we seen the fourth quarter in the game a couple days ago, and I said on a video, the answer is right in front of you. One of those two had to be out of the game and on the bench, because the runs that they made were when either with James Harden, he was in the game as the point guard, or it was Russell Westbrook, and he was in the game as the point guard. So Russ having the wherewithal to say, hey, let me come off the bench. I will leave that second unit. Let that first unit, get their chemistry, figure things out, I think is a really mature and a great leader. That's a great move that a leader would do right there. And he was able to swallow that pride and make that decision to come off of the bench. Now, with that said, I would have rather James Harden be the one that came off the bench. But James Harden, I don't think is ready mentally and ego-wise to be willing to accept that type of role. So you have to do the next best thing, and that'll be Russell Westbrook coming off the bench. So Terrence Mann into the starting lineup. I still may have preferred Norman Powell coming into the starting lineup with that group, but I'm not going to get mad with Terrence Mann there. I think we will see Russell Westbrook come to the game relatively quickly. I think we'll see James Harden, one of the first guys out, and they'll stagger the minutes that way. In my opinion, that's what I see taking place. At least that's what I think will work best, especially early on in the game. Get Russell Westbrook into that rhythm early and let him, kind of help play with the three that you're used to playing, at least a little bit, right? But James Harden will be a starter. He will be the point guard. Russell Westbrook coming off of the bench. Let me know what you guys think about it, man. I think, like I said, I fully respect, and I really I like what Russell Westbrook has done here. He has seen what is happening in front of him, and he was able to make that decision. Now let's see if the rest of them can sacrifice, because when Ty Lue brought them all together, he said, we're going to need y'all to sacrifice in order to make this work. 4 ball-dominant players, only 1 basketball. The math don't math. So you got to definitely be creative, sacrifice, and Russell Westbrook is doing that. But like I said before, you guys let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Also, go ahead and hit that like button. Helps me out a ton. And subscribe if you haven't already. It's DLloyd. I'm going to see y'all next time. Peace.